Karyn Bryant for MMA H.E.A.T. I'm here with Travis Browne, who of course is facing Cain Velasquez. This will be at UFC 200. How excited are you to be on that card particularly?
It's awesome. It's going to be a great event. 200, just like 100 was huge. 200 is going to be even that much bigger. The sport's grown since 200 or since 100, and we're going to have a stacked card. Got to go out there and just steal the show.
Yeah, this is obviously an important matchup for you. Where do you see your strengths against somebody as dominant as Cain has been in the past? And people still know that quote-unquote old Cain is still in there.
Yeah, I mean, you got to go out there and you got to fight your fight. When you go out there and are so worried about somebody's skill set, I think that works in their favor. That you're waiting for them to take you down. That's what I've noticed a lot, is that a lot of these guys are waiting for Cain to start wrestling. Instead of going out there and putting an effort into preventing it. You have to get them under your rhythm. That's what Werdum was able to do. In the third round. The first two rounds was all Cain. Third round, Cain started slowing down. Werdum was able to pick it up and come out with the win.
Yeah, Werdum was very good in that fight in his ability to hang in there, but I think he ate more punches than he probably wanted to in there. So what other lessons did you take away from that fight?
Got to get your legs underneath you. A matchup against me is a lot different than Werdum. With Werdum, you don't necessarily want to fall into his guard or be on the ground with him. So, I don't know if that was part of Cain's game plan, which was to keep it standing, keep him against cage. I don't know how Cain feels about me on the ground, but I think it's going to be a different fight for sure.
And you've still been training out of Glendale?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So why is that the right gym for you? Because certainly people have criticized that gym after Ronda's loss. People said, they actually aren't that great. Why is it still the place that you want to be?
Because I know how great it is. I'm in there training. A lot of people that have that opinion aren't the ones that are in there training. They're the ones, sitting behind the computer and commenting when they shouldn't. But for me, that camp is ideal for me because at my age, at my point in this sport, I need coaching. You can always pay for partners. You can fly them out and put them up and, get people out there to help push you. You can't always find a coach that's there with you 100% of the time. Edmond's with me at every single workout. It doesn't matter what I'm doing, if I'm running, swimming, wrestling, grappling, anything like that. He's there and he has an eye on me. And having that, I feel like is very important. Kind of getting to the boxing camps, where it's all about that one boxer. That's what I felt like I needed, and that's what we're doing.
Yeah, I remember you told me that when you had switched there from Jackson's that you were like, oh, that's how you throw a jab. Thank you, Edmond.
Exactly. I didn't mean any, some people took it as I was saying negative things about Jackson's or whatever, but it isn't, because that's what, I was really starting to learn how to fight, in a sense of I have a coach in my ear every single practice, even outside of practice and between trainings. He's there coaching me all the time, and that's what I needed. Yeah,
that's obviously a great thing for you, and certainly now people are, after the whole thing with Ronda saying that she looked up and said, I need to have this man's babies. How much did that affect your life and your ability to live kind of under the radar?
It's still all about Ronda. Yeah. I'm able to live my life, and I don't have people following me around just for me. They're following her around, and so it hasn't affected me in any negative way whatsoever. Just made it known publicly, what.
Are you going to in fact have some babies?
Yeah, it's a great possibility later on.
You're blushing a little bit. I think that means you've been practicing. I don't want to get in there. Plead the fifth on that one. So listen.
Home Nori, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you do. Listen. Obviously, this is an important fight for the division. Okay, so if you are able to get past Cain, do you believe that you should be the one who gets the shot at the winner of Werdum and Stipe?
I believe so. But there's argument because some of the other heavyweights have been putting on good shows and good performances, coming off really good wins, knockout wins. So, just to win at 200 doesn't necessarily give me a title shot. I have to win impressively, and Cain's a hard guy to do that against.
And also coming up, obviously, we have Overeem and Arlovsky.
Yeah, Overeem Arlovsky's going to be a good fight.
Who are you taking in that one? Obviously, you have history.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough one. I haven't been training with Andre for like 2 years, and so I don't know where he's at, as far as fighting goes. But, I'd have to go with my buddy Andre. But it's a tough fight in front of him. Overeem's been looking really good. He's starting to really utilize and understand MMA, and that he can't just go in there and try to bully somebody around. It's not going to work. You have to pick them apart and touch them and make something happen.
And lastly, I just wanted to ask your opinion on the 200 saga. We know that you guys are locked in there, and there obviously are some other great fights. But what's your take on the situation with Conor and Nate, and that Conor is now not going to be part of it?
Yeah, I'm not close to the situation. I don't know exactly what the beef was or the power struggle was. I feel like he should have been at the presser. At the same time, I know that in the past he's done quite a bunch of PR closer to the fight, so maybe that's what he's referring to. 12 weeks out from a fight, though, you need to be out there selling it. But the UFC has always been great with me. I've headlined a couple cards. The PR has been, been able to deal with it pretty well. Closer to the fight we get, the less the PR, and that's the way it should be. We get paid to go out there and fight and put on a performance, and the UFC is trying to work with us to promote the fight. So it's just kind of, he said, she said, but for that press conference in Vegas, I feel like he should have been there.
All right, Travis. Well, thanks so much. Looking forward to your fight with Cain.
Yeah, thank you.